Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. I am happy to welcome you all for our online teaching academy Ekalaiva. Class 10, subject biology, chapter 16. The name of the topic, plant and animal hormones. Today we are going to discuss about human endocrine glands. In the previous class we discussed about the plant hormones. What are the plant hormones? You know, auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acid and ethylene. Among the 5 plant hormones, the first 3 auxins, cytokinins and gibberellins are promote the plant growth, whereas abscisic acid and ethylene inhibit the plant growth. Clear? So today we are going to learn about human endocrine glands. Endocrine glands in animals possesses a versatile means different or many communication system to coordinate biological functions. Exocrine glands and endocrine glands are the 2 kinds of glands found in animals. So there are 2 different types of glands. One is exocrine, another one is endocrine glands. In endocrine glands are found in different regions of the body of animals as well as in human beings. See the picture here, and this is the human endocrine glands. The first one is pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is present or located just below to the midbrain. Okay, the posterior part of the midbrain consists of the pituitary gland. And then the next one is thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is located in the neck region. And then parathyroid gland. This parathyroid gland is also present very near to the thyroid gland. The third one is parathyroid. Fourth one, thymus. Fifth one, adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is located on the anterior part of the kidney. This is kidney. It is bean shaped organ located in the abdominal region. So anterior part of the kidney is comprises of adrenal gland, and then pancreas, and then gonads. That means testes and ovaries. So these are the various endocrine glands were present in different parts of the body in animals as well as in human beings. These endocrine glands are ductless gland. What is the meaning of ductless gland, children? Ductless means there is no tube at all. So the gland do not have any specialized tube. The secretions of the gland is hormones. The hormones are diffuses into the bloodstream and it migrated and it transported to all parts of the body. Okay. So once again I am repeating, these glands means all the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are ductless gland and their secretions called hormones. Hormones are the secretions of the glands. So endocrine glands are ductless gland. Their secretion is hormones which are produced in minute quantities. These secretions, that means hormones, diffuses into the bloodstream and are carried to distinct part of the body. Distinct part is nothing but various parts of the body. They act on specific organs which are referred to as target organs. The next one is exocrine gland. Exocrine gland have a specific duct. Duct is nothing but tube. Okay, so exocrine glands have specific duct to carry out their secretions. Examples of exocrine gland is salivary gland, mammary gland, and the third one is sweat glands. So all these glands have their specific ducts, and this with these ducts the secretions are carried out, transported. Okay. Endocrine glands present in human and other vertebrates are pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, pancreas, that means islets of Langerhans, adrenal gland, gonads, testes and ovaries, and the last one is thymus gland. So all these are the various endocrine glands present in various parts of the body. The first gland is pituitary gland. The pituitary gland, also called as hypophysis. Pituitary gland is also called as hypophysis, is a pea-shaped gland compactly present in the skull. So it is a pea-shaped compact mass of cells located at the base of the midbrain. So pituitary gland is located at the base of the midbrain, attached to the hypothalamus by pituitary stalk. The pituitary gland is anatomically divided, is composed of two lobes. One is called anterior lobe, another one is called posterior lobe. See the structure of human brain. The human brain mainly have three major parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. This pituitary gland is located at the base of the midbrain, and it is attached with the hypothalamus by a pituitary stalk. See here, this part is called midbrain, and base of the midbrain there is a gland called pituitary gland, and this gland is attached with hypothalamus by pituitary stalk. This is the enlarged part of the pituitary gland. See here, this pituitary have anatomically divided into or composed of two lobes. One is anterior lobe, another one is called posterior lobe. See here, this part is called anterior lobe, anterior pituitary lobe, and this part is called posterior pituitary lobe. The anterior pituitary is also called as adenohypophysis, and the posterior pituitary is also called as neurohypophysis. The intermediate lobe is non-exist in human beings. There is no intermediate lobes. Pituitary is of only two lobes. One is anterior lobe, another one is posterior lobe. The anterior lobe of pituitary is called adenohypophysis, and the posterior lobe of pituitary is called neurohypophysis. The pituitary gland forms the major endocrine glands in most vertebrates. It regulates and controls all other endocrine glands, and so it is called as the master gland. Pituitary is called as master gland because it controls and coordinates all other glands. Clear? Next, hormone secreted by anterior lobe of pituitary, that is adenohypophysis. The anterior pituitary is composed of different types of cells and secrete hormones which stimulate the production of hormones by other endocrine glands. So the anterior pituitary or adenohypophysis is composed of different cells, and it secretes hormones, and these hormones stimulate the other endocrine gland to secrete their secretion. See here, this is a picture of anterior pituitary. This anterior pituitary secretes hormones and which stimulate the production of hormones by other endocrine glands. See the hormones which is secreted by pituitary, anterior pituitary, stimulate the other endocrine gland to secrete their secretion. See here the hormones which is secreted by the anterior pituitary, thyroid stimulating hormone TSH. This TSH stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine. Likewise, the hormones of anterior pituitary stimulate the other endocrine glands to secrete their secretion. The hormones secreted by anterior pituitary are, the first one is growth hormone. The second one is thyroid stimulating hormone. The third one is adrenocorticotropic hormone. The fourth one is gonadotropic hormones. The gonadotropic hormones which comprises the FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and another one is LH, luteinizing hormone. This FSH and LH are said to be gonadotropic hormones, and the last one is prolactin. So these are the hormones of anterior pituitary. The first one is growth hormone. Growth hormone GH promotes the development and enlargement of all tissues of the body. It stimulates the growth of muscles, cartilages and long bones. It controls the cell metabolism. The improper secretion of growth hormones leads to the following condition. The first condition is dwarfism. It is caused by, dwarfism is caused by decreased secretion, decreased secretion of growth hormone in children. Very important. So the low secretion of growth hormone in children leads to dwarfism. Dwarfism is a type of disorder. It is not a disease, it is a disorder caused due to decreased secretion of growth hormone in children. The characteristic features of the dwarfism are stunted growth, delayed skeletal formation and mental disability. See the picture here. The child have the problem of mental disability and the child have a delayed skeletal formation and stunted growth. All these characteristic features are caused mainly due to decreased secretion of growth hormone. Clear children? This is called dwarfism. The second one is gigantism. How you have to pronounce gigantism? Over secretion. So large secretion, over secretion of growth hormone leads to gigantism in children. It is characterized by overgrowth of all body tissues and organs. The individuals attain abnormal increase in height. See the picture here. See the normal child and the abnormal child. Over secretion of growth hormone in children leads to gigantism. Okay. The third one is acromegaly. So excess secretion of growth hormone in adult may lead to abnormal enlargement of head, face, hands and feet. See the picture here. they have abnormal growth, the enlargement of growth is caused mainly due to the over secretion of growth hormone in adult. Not only the face enlarges, it also happens, it also takes place in hands, the fingers, the feet, everything is in enlarged size. That is caused mainly due to excess secretion, over secretion of growth hormone in adult. The next one, thyroid stimulating hormone. So anterior pituitary, that means adenohypophysis synthesize 7 hormones. In that 7 hormones, we completed the first one, growth hormone. Now we are going to see the second hormone, that is called thyroid stimulating hormone. So the name itself you can easily understand, thyroid stimulating hormone. So this hormone TSH stimulate the thyroid gland for the synthesis of thyroxine. Clear? See here, the TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, controls the growth of thyroid gland as well as it coordinates its activities and hormone secretion. The third one is adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH. The ACTH stimulates adrenal cortex. I said already, the kidney, the pair of kidney is present or located in the abdominal region. The anterior part of the kidney have the gland called adrenal gland. So adrenal gland is located on the anterior part of the kidney. So in that, the outer part is called cortex and then inner part is called medulla. So ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, stimulates the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland to produce its hormones. And the next one, it also influences the protein synthesis in the adrenal cortex. The next fourth one, gonadotropic hormone, GTH. The gonadotropic hormone comprises of two. One is follicle stimulating hormone and another one is luteinizing hormone. So this follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which are essential for the normal development of gonads. Gonads is nothing but testis and ovaries. So in that gonadotropic hormone, the first one is follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. In male, it stimulates, it means FSH, the follicular stimulating hormone, stimulates the germinal epithelium of testis. So germinal epithelium is the outer layer of the seminiferous tubules of testis. This is essential for the formation of sperms. So FSH stimulates the germinal epithelium of testis for formation of sperms. In female, it initiates, FSH initiates the growth of ovarian follicles and its development of ovary. You know very well, ovary is the primary female reproductive organ. In that ovary, the ovarian cycle, the ovarian follicles, primary follicle is converted into secondary follicle is changed into tertiary follicle, and then the formation of Graafian follicles takes place, then rupturing of Graafian follicles. So all these activities are mainly by the action of this follicular stimulating hormone. Then luteinizing hormone, in short it is called as LH. In male, it promotes the Leydig cells of the testis to secrete the male sex hormone called testosterone. In female, it means LH, luteinizing hormone causes ovulation. What is ovulation? The rupturing of Graafian follicles to release mature ovum or secondary oocyte, that is called ovulation. So this process, the ovulation process is initiated by LH, luteinizing hormone. This hormone only causes ovulation. After that, responsible for the development of corpus luteum. What is corpus luteum? The empty Graafian follicles. The empty Graafian follicles are changed into the temporary endocrine gland, that is called corpus luteum. So all these actions are mainly by the luteinizing hormone. The next one, the production of female sex hormones. This LH also plays an important role in the secretion of female reproductive hormones called estrogen and progesterone. The last one is prolactin, PRL. Prolactin is also called as lactogenic hormone. This hormone initiates development of mammary glands during pregnancy, and then the prolactin also stimulates the production of milk after childbirth. Now we will see the hormones of posterior lobe of pituitary, hormones secreted by the posterior lobe of pituitary, that is the neurohypophysis. The hormones secreted by the neurohypophysis are, the first one is vasopressin and second one is oxytocin. The other name for vasopressin is antidiuretic hormone. The second one is oxytocin. Vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. In kidney tubules, it increases reabsorption of water. So reabsorption of water mainly caused due to the secretion of hormone called vasopressin. It reduces loss of water through urine and hence the name antidiuretic hormone. Deficiency of ADH, so low secretion of ADH reduces reabsorption of water and causes an increase in urine output. So increase urine output, that is called polyuria. This deficiency leads to a disorder called diabetic insipidus. Then oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone secreted by neurohypophysis. This oxytocin helps in the contraction of uterus. So contraction of smooth muscles of uterus at the time of childbirth, and also it plays an important role in the milk ejection from the mammary gland after childbirth. Thank you children. We will see in the next class.